Okay, after a little premature start there, we're up and running. 4 minutes out from going live with this week's installment of Shop Talk. Good to see all you guys piling in. All of our favorite Sunday cohorts: Cam Edwards, Mike Draco, Andrew Phillipson with us, Derek Webster from Canada, Jeremy Sather. Good to see all you guys. Hey, I'm Chris with Cycle Source Magazine. It will be my privilege and a pleasure to take you on the next 90 to 120 minutes of all the bullshit we can fit. This week's Shop Talk fired up and ready to go live. We got some killer news, some great commercials, and a fantastic guest. You don't want to miss it. Grab a drink, sit back, relax, and get ready for Shop Talk. Most importantly, you can help us get this program out all over the two-wheeled world by hitting the like and share button. Let your friends and neighbors know we're getting ready to go live with some awesome entertainment from Shop Talk in the Source Media Studios. Just 3 minutes out. We'll see you in just a couple. Maggie Thompson, congratulations on being the first troll of the night, replying to Jeremy Sather. You don't mind if we get to know each other? Heather quickly replies back, his wife might. Hey, listen, this is about motorcycles, man. Take that shit down the road. Look, man, we're going live with Shop Talk, 2.5 minutes, and hopefully by then we'll be troll-free. Troll-free Shop Talk Sunday night. Another Sunday, another Shop Talk. Maggie, drop it. Give it up. Look. Okay. Now I gotta block you. See what happens? Son of a bitch. Steve Burrow's in the house. What's up from Detroit? Dan Benson, good to see you here. Rob Nussbaum, yo. One half of the Flannel Mafia checking in. Jason Holman, High Octane Holman. Hey man, it's good to see everybody here. It's good to see anybody after the week I had. Jesus. Hijinks on the road. Somebody actually cut the catalytic converter off of our Sprinter van. I went into a restaurant, the son of a bitch ganked me in the parking lot, dude. Who does shit like that? What's wrong with this world? Oh, but I'm back. I'm back here. We're in the studio. We're ready to go live. Minute and a half. We're going with this one. Stick around. All right, with 1 minute left, I just want to hit a couple things here. We were on reconnaissance. That's what we were doing on the road this week. And, man, I got some killer news for you guys. I should let the cat out of the bag right now. I probably shouldn't. I should wait, but it's SmokeOut news. So you got to stick around for that. SmokeOut news coming up this hour. Okay, 21 seconds left. That means it's time to get this one out of the station and up onto the tracks and go live with this week's installment of Shop Talk. Here we go. Okay, scooter tramps and chopper jockeys, it's just after 9 p.m. on the East Coast. That means it's time for another episode of Shop Talk. A harrowing tale this week of roadside debauchery, not in the flavor that we're used to, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I'm Chris with Cycle Source Magazine. It's a pleasure for me to be your host the next 90 to 120 minutes, all the bullshit we can fit. I'm going to be joined by my crew here in the Source Media Studios. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
What the hell was that? Really? This is how we're gonna start.
Sorry.
She got braids in, so she went there, Mark.
But
Hey.
I think she was on that. Was on that 7-Up commercial or 7-Eleven commercial. She was on a bicycle that was riding around drinking the 64.
I thought you meant smack me, bro.
Smack me, bro.
Smack me, bro.
No, that would be funny.
Oh, right on. So it's been a crazy week. I told you guys we have some news. Should I start with the news?
What the hell? You've already
pretty much said it.
I didn't say it yet, and I don't have to. I can wait. I can be patient. I can keep a secret.
Just spill it already.
Let it go. Your leg's shaking so bad the table's gonna fall over.
Let it go. All right, so let's jump right into this. I visited Mark this weekend. He was working on the Impala, and every time I go into his garage and he's sanding on that Impala, I get more jealous.
Well, if you come over for 5 minutes, but no, nobody ever comes to visit me anymore.
Oh,
just the way I like it.
Speaking of trolls, what's up? Hey, listen, seriously. Here's what I got to ask. There's two things that bother me every night as I'm falling asleep. One, do telemarket calls about your car's warranty, does that shit actually work ever? Does anyone ever go like when they say, "Hi, this is Joni and I'm calling you from the car services," does anyone go, "You know what? My warranty just ran out, Joni. Thank you so much for calling us." And two, does anyone ever see one of those messages where it's like, "Hey, let's get to know each other a little bit better," on a random text message screen somewhere, and go, this could be the girl for me. Yeah, this could be my girl.
That's the one. Bring her
I
home.
think maybe they do just to see how long it takes to get hit up for like an Amazon card or.
So look, here's the deal.
It could be like a contest. Like.
Here's the deal. I actually just inherited $1 million, and not only am I smoking hot, but I'm rich. But I need a little help getting the money to the United States.
Yeah. So,
all right. Well,
on top of that fact, I would like to renew my car's warranty.
Right.
So let's get into that since everybody's going to bust my balls. We're on the road. Stop at a restaurant with the Source Media Mobile Command Center, and while we're in the restaurant, somebody actually went under the van and stole our catalytic converter with like battery-powered sawzalls, just zip. And it has 2 catalytic converters in a line. So it's like $1,700 worth of converter that some prick stole off of my van in the parking lot of a restaurant.
Hey, crackheads need money too, I mean, don't be a hater here.
But, you missed the best part. One of the best parts. They caught the guy that stole the catalytic converter. The police caught the guy. Mm-hmm. Tell them how, honey.
They got a call that there were 2 tweakers having a battle in a hotel room. And when they showed up to break up the fight, the catalytic converter is laying on the sink in the hotel room with a giant Mercedes logo on it. And the cop's like,
"Gee, where'd that come
I know
from?
where that belongs."
But then better than that, the dude has a thing on his bag with his battery-powered sawzalls in it that says, get this, changing the world. 1 catalytic converter at the time. The cop told me, I almost pissed my pants. He said, I looked at the dude and said, well, I guess we'll consider that's your testimony.
Anthony Robin just said it happens here all the time.
Yeah, here too. Constantly.
That's crazy.
It pisses me off. I decided there's a lot of companies now that are actually welding
cages.
Yeah, they're making cages out of rebar and shit. I'm just going to take a $100 bill and pin it up where the catalytic converter is with a note that says, look, you take the $100 bill. We'll call this even. I don't have to go through all the bullshit, and you won't go to jail. Let's
save you the aggravation. Maybe this will be the one that kills you.
All right, so let's get to it. I appreciate you guys tuning in. This is Shop Talk. We do this show every Sunday night at 9 p.m. or ish, as close as we can to it on the East Coast. And what is Shop Talk? If it's your first time tuning in, it's 90 to 120 minutes of all the bullshit we can fit. Some entertainment. We have a guest or two on, announce some events. We start the whole thing off with a little segment we call the news. First up in the news tonight from GP1.com, Moto America, Harley-Davidson of the Mission King of Baggers Championship destroyed by fire. A lot of people remember this coming across your social media screen this weekend, and all the gear of Eric Stahl destroyed in a fire en route to Road America for round 2 of the Mission King of the Baggers Championship.
No, that's some bad luck.
Dude, right? And there's a GoFundMe. I'm actually going to throw the link up, or Heather will. They're helping them get that back together. As you can imagine, just like most racers in a brand new series like this are broke as a joke, and when they lose all their shit, they could absolutely need a hand. So if you have the ability, throw a couple bucks at them, man, see if we can help get them back on the road.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there.
Yes, sir.
And, like, the race bikes, everything.
Oh, dude.
Everything. Like, catastrophic. But I guess the old cliche goes that thankfully no one was hurt.
Well, and anyone who travels with their wife, and I imagine this guy was, I'm just putting myself in that position. You know what I'm going to say here is that the whole time she's probably bitching. I told you that this whole shit house was going to catch on fire. This is your fault.
Damn it, you did this. You're the reason I'm standing on the side of the road.
Unless, of course, you're me, I'd be like, thank God it's over.
My wife, next up in the news, this coming in from Shepherd Express. Harley-Davidson Museum now open 7 days a week, and bike nights return.
Sweet
so
Jesus.
Awesome.
I just felt that was appropriate. Riding a motorcycle may be one of the oldest ways to socially distance around, and now there's even more incentive to get out and ride. The Harley-Davidson Museum campus is now open 7 days a week, and bike nights make their return tonight, June 3rd.
Well,
Blondie,
That's
over to you.
It's just so great because that means things are starting to get back to normal. No more masks in most places, and I'm starting to see more events get posted.
It is. I mean, I'm being a smart
it's so
ass.
Exciting.
But our we do a segment here every week on events, and we had to put that off for a certain amount of time. They're back now. Things are getting cooking again, and we couldn't be happier. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I was struggling to find stuff before. Tonight, I had to stop at like 12.
Also in the news from Harley-Davidson, they've been holding these mystery about what the next bike is and surprising people. This comes in from Electrek, Harley-Davidson's next mystery electric motorcycle coming next month. Here's what it could be.
Oh, could be.
Could be.
Keyword. Nothing?
No.
Nothing at all?
I got nothing. And actually, technically, wouldn't it be Livewire? It's not Harley-Davidson brand anymore.
Oh, that's right. There's a little slip right there. Yeah, because Livewire is its own brand now. But when I first saw this story, I was somewhat interested. Then I was interested, very interested. Then suddenly, no interest at all.
It was a thought that counted. At least you gave it a second.
Another motorcycle manufacturer in the news this week, this time Royal Enfield. Royal Enfield's new Meteor makes it easy to get out and explore by motorcycle. With a host of packages and accessories, an all-new design, and all-new engine, the Royal Enfield Meteor is the perfect motorcycle to explore on this summer.
Look at the price.
Go ahead, tell me, where's it at?
$43.99.
Wow. Dude, these guys are
You
kicking
cannot
ass.
beat that for a starter motorcycle. That is engaging
youth, yeah,
younger
absolutely.
demographic. I mean,
absolutely.
that's the way to go.
I could see Amelia even getting off some of her Pokemon money and maybe making that.
Don't be messing with the Pokemon money.
Okay. So before we go on to more news, we're going to take a serious quick break, and we'll bring some news in the second half of the show. We're excited to get to our guest tonight, and he's holding up the whole family right now so that he can be here with us. So we're gonna take 2 minutes and pay some love to our sponsors. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Shop Talk in the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. Stick around.
This is Rick from Rkb, and you're watching Shop Talk.
Hey, Chris with Cycle Source Magazine, Grease and Gears Garage. Man, are we stoked to be riding with the guys from the High Seas Rally. Really neat thing that we're doing this year. So in addition to all of the landside events like the mini bike race, and we're actually getting on board the High Seas Rally. We're going to have Xavier and I do Grease and Gears Garage segments, live demos on the ship. We're going to teach you guys fabrication. It's going to be a blast. Of course, our virtual bike show. You want to come hang out with us, take a strange and unusual trip out on the high seas with some pirate biker guys like us, go check out highseasrally.com. We'll see you there. Okay, man. Thanks to all our sponsors, and High Seas Rally heating up, and that kind of leads us into our guest this evening.
Wait a minute. Did you know if you book the High Seas Rally and use promo code CycleSource, you get $100 off per person?
I didn't know that. Tell me all about it.
I just did. So no, if you want to book your cruise, go to highsearally.com, use promo code CycleSource, all one word, and they will give you $100 off your cruise.
Sounds like it's going to be a blast, and like I said, especially with guys joining us like our guest tonight, and I'm talking about Rick Bray from Rkb Customs. Rick is one of my favorite builders on the planet, and because of a lot of things. I mean, his attention to detail, his style, and the way he carries out his lines, but even more than that is some of his philosophies. Like, there's some of these guys that you meet in this thing, and when you talk to them, you're like, but he's a good shit, man. So it's going to be a blast to talk to him tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to the show, Mr. Rick Bray. What's up, man?
Hey, what's happening, buddy?
Come, tell everybody where you're coming from first, because this is a trip.
I'm actually sitting on the USS Missouri in Pearl Harbor right now.
Wow.
That right there is pretty freaking awesome.
It is.
I'm a little jealous.
Pretty good.
I wish he could, we could just scrap the rest of the show and he could just take us around the ship with his camera, but...
Well, then the show would have to be Ship Talk, not Shop Talk. So
Boy.
Just one word. Big deal. We can just... It's all good.
One letter for that matter.
One letter.
One letter,
right?
that's right. Just one letter.
Oh, Jesus. So you can't encourage this crew, man. You can't do it.
I like the idea. I think it's great. I wished I was there with him.
So the big news, I mean, on top of everything else that I said coming into the show, the big news that we asked Rick to come on to talk about tonight was the big win at AMD. Won the AMD and is actually getting sent to represent America in the World Championship. So, dude, congratulations, mad respect for that.
Yeah, right on.
Much appreciated. It was a pretty cool deal. There's a lot of good people there, and just being involved in it's pretty crazy.
So tell the viewers, who were some of the other guys you were up against, and is it still a deal where they're picking more than one builder to go over?
Well, as far as picking people, I think they have 5 because the last one got canceled, so it carried over. I'm not sure what's going on for the future as far as if there's more spots or not. That would have to be up to Bob King. There was some pretty good people there. Ryan Gore, he's obviously seen his stuff. It's second to none. There's a new cat in town, Colt Wrangler. That dude, you got to check him out. super cool gig.
Yeah.
Anthony Robinson was there. There was some really good stuff there.
Where's Cole from? Oh, because I'm not familiar with him.
He's in the Austin area, I believe.
Huh. Right on. So I have the benefit of having a pre-show conversation with you, and you know, I genuinely mean it's exciting proposition. But real quick, it brings up the second part of that conversation where it's like, you know, every time I see one of our guys, and I consider you one of our guys for the way that you take custom to that nth degree, you know. But when I see our guys end up overseas to represent America in the World Championships, it makes me realize that the European version of what's the standard of quality for the World Championships and the American version of it are quite a different thing. Do you feel that?
Oh yeah, I think they do things quite a bit different, and I don't know if they give us enough credit for what we're doing, but I can promise you one thing: I'm not going to build something to appease them. It's going to be for me. Yeah,
and that's what I loved. I did, you know, when we were first doing the pre-show interviews, I was like, you know, they always pay more respect to the high level of engineering, and you know, and so much of our stuff is based in more of what I call like the American hot rod culture, you know, and I don't think we do get it. And you and I have talked about this. It almost would send a signal that we need an American championship, American-based championship that's you know, starts and ends with that hot rod culture.
Absolutely. And I actually have a pretty good little surprise for that show. I've kept it on my hat for a while, but I've been talking to Johnny Chop's mom, and she still has the hard rock bike he built, and I really want to do a rebuild of that bike and a tribute to him.
No way.
And I think that'll be the show for that.
Dude, that is awful cool right there.
Pretty unique.
Yeah, Tom Foster's been helping me get everything ironed out for this deal, and I've been saving it for a while, and I think now's the time.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, the nice part about him going, you know, Rick going over there is your builds are so unique, and when it comes down to, you know, frame and the way things flow, you're gonna be hard to beat. I mean, you're hard to beat around here in the first place. So it's actually pretty cool that you're gonna be representing, you know, this whole field. So,
you know,
I appreciate that.
I felt that same way. Like Rick and I were talking about when Jordan from Union Speed went over there too, though, and again, like this is kind of a slanted system because he took 8th place, and I mean, 8th out of all those people is still really, really good. But when you see the bikes in front of it, it's like there's just it's not the same kind of motorcycle, man. It's disheartening for our culture.
They're going to get a reawakening.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to have to pay attention to what we do over here. I'm not going to cater to anything but us.
Right on.
No, well, and you know, I think that's where the cultures differ when it comes to an event like the AMD. And there's no denying the craftsmanship and the technology that goes into a lot of the bikes that end up there. However, for me, what I think a lot of them lack is the rideability factor.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And I mean, and now at that point, it's a piece of art.
Yep. Yeah, and there's a fine line between those two. So.
Well, that's what I have really liked about the show, like you've done. I get it. It's not a California to Sturgis ride, but it'll iron it out real quick. The way you guys do it.
Well, thank God it's not a California to Sturgis ride. Could you imagine all the problems that would cause? Sweet Jesus.
Hey, I couldn't get people to find checkpoints in 80 miles. California to Sturgis, holy hell, that'd be a disaster.
There'd be people strewn all over the country. We'd be getting police
They'd be like,
reports.
I'm in Maine. Did I go the wrong way?
Wouldn't need a tractor trailer and a helicopter.
No, from what I'm told, they just do a quick little fire it up and make a turn and pull in there.
Yeah. Well, Nate, some of the pictures that we're scrolling through right now are actually from you when you were at the Lone Star Rally for the In Motion show, and we super appreciated you coming out with that. But other stuff here too, man. Like here's one of my favorite things about you is you can take your style through almost anything, and I think that has to do a lot with your background. Tell everybody who might not be familiar with you where your craft comes from, like where you do your thing.
I've been building race cars forever. I've done a lot of off-road stuff, a lot of dirt track stuff, done the bike stuff, hot rod stuff. I've worked on everything, so it's kind of, you take a little bit of everything and put it into this, and it opens up your doors to a whole other thing of way to do things, and even style for that matter.
Yeah, your versatility is second to none. I mean, hands down. You can go in almost any direction. You know, like you don't follow a path. That's for damn sure. So
I've always been against the grain.
Yeah. Which is awesome because you have such a huge, you have so many options for customers or even for your own builds. Your options are just wide open.
No, and it's been nice, that reason. Like, I've had a couple recent customers that opened me up into a different world, and I appreciate them doing that, because a couple years ago I probably wouldn't have done it.
Now let's talk about the bike that's up right now, because this is we got a chance to photograph this when we were all in Daytona. We took some shots out on the beach, and man, that thing is absolutely just off of the hook.
This thing was supposed to be a simple slap together softail for my uncle, and I just couldn't do it. It wasn't in my blood, so I gave him the best I could for what we had to work with. It's a super cool bike to ride.
I love that tank.
It really is, because I'll be honest with you, it's one of those sleepers. Like when you first see this motorcycle, you look at it, you're like, oh, it's kind of cool. And then the second time that I go past it, I pick out some shit. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. And the third time and the fourth time, it's one of those ones that just, time after time, there's more that comes out of it, and it sneaks up on you, and then you get the sum total of it when you really take it all in and stand back and go, damn, man.
I've been kind of concentrating on doing things like that. I really get a kick out of the second look. People realize what's going on. I think that shows a lot more than just a big smack in your face of, look at my paint job,
Let's talk about that. Tell me a little bit of the work that's behind achieving that tank.
That's just an all aluminum tank that I actually did it aluminum because I didn't want to put a ton of paint on it, and I ended up dropping it off at my buddy Cool Hand Luke's, and he even made it that much better with the paint.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to craft that?
That tank, oh man, I probably have maybe 3 or 4 days in it.
Okay, I hate you.
That's one thing in the race car world that I've learned. If you don't work fast, you don't make $1. Like, time is money.
Yeah.
So it's really, I've done, even everything I do anymore is like a rush.
Now, is that with an English wheel or?
No, actually, I have a hammer that Christian Sosa helped me build. I haven't finished it yet. That's just bead roller and beating it with a hammer.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's craftsmanship.
Oh yeah.
So the AMD qualifying show that you were at that took the trophy that got you in this position, that was a Texas show?
Yes.
And that was at what particular venue? Was that part of the what'd they call it, Ride On or?
The Get On, yes.
Get On, that's it.
At the Speedway.
Right on. What was that like? Because we asked actually the guys on Torque the other day were talking about it, and they were talking about how attendance was, because that's that company, the company behind it is Komodo, and they're working really hard at a different kind of event. Did they pull it off?
It's hard to say. It wasn't a Galveston, that's for sure. It was good. The weather was terrible. It rained. It was nasty. And I think it was the first event. I don't know. I don't think it was in the right direction, but I couldn't tell you as far as how good the attendance was. I wasn't there a whole lot, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, there's there's definitely, you know, we're definitely seeing our best go overseas to represent the Americas, but of course we're gonna send you all our best wishes, and you know, for what that's worth to take with you.
It means a lot coming from you guys. You guys have had my back from day one, and I try to give back as much as I can. I'm not a greedy, selfish person by any means.
You can't not have your back. Like, in all reality, if you see the stuff that you do and then hang out with you and get to know you a little bit better, dude, you fit from the moment that you met. You fit. So it's been fun.
I appreciate that. I've always had a philosophy of treat people the way you want to be treated, and if it goes wrong, I think it just ain't meant to be.
Right on. Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's some other stuff going on with you that I want to get to. We talked about it real quick in the beginning of the show, but we're gonna take 2 seconds and run a video from you from Daytona when we were hanging out, and then come back on the other side of that and talk. So just hold tight with us.
Sounds good. I'm Rick Bray. I'm from Central California, Fresno area. I've been doing custom stuff since as long as I can remember. Got 2 great kids, girlfriend for 7 years. I got involved with a high seas rally. My buddy Xavier called me up one day and asked if I could help him build a frame for a giveaway bike. He flew out, we got going, and next thing I know, he's calling me and asking me if I want to go on the cruise. You know what? I don't even know how to begin, how to explain how cool that is. This industry brings out the best in everybody, and this is the best going on the best. Being an invited builder is an honor. I love doing what I do, but I also love sharing what I do as much as doing it. Meeting people and hanging out with the people, it makes everything worth it. I'm most looking forward in the cruise is meeting the people and showing them our side of the industry and how we do things and how everything ties together. I love being around the people and showing them how other people do things. I'm Rick from Rkb Customs Speed. Follow me and maybe this build or another build on the High Seas Rally.
So I cannot even believe that they're going to let us on this ship with tools and motorcycles and who knows,
bikes and all sorts of crazy stuff.
But it is awesome that you're going to be there. We're going to be doing some Grease and Gears garage stuff. Is this your first time on a cruise ship?
No, it'll be about my 12th, I believe.
Is it? So yes, right on. So we're going to have an experienced guy.
It's the best bang for your buck you'll ever get.
Yeah.
I've never been on a cruise before.
Oh, you're in for a treat. It's fantastic.
All right, I'm going to take your word for it.
I mean, how could we lose anyway with the group we're going with?
Right.
I know, we're so lucky. Like, the builders that are going, you and Tom Kiefer and Xavier and Mark did I get this right, Chris?
Matthews.
Mark Matthews?
Yes. So we got a question in from Rob Nussbaum. Why is a California guy wearing a Mets hat?
It's not a Mets hat. It's a New York Giants 54.
I knew that was either going to make you smile or want a box.
I've had maybe 2 people recognize what that hat is.
Yeah.
Leave it to Nussbaum.
That was the last time they won the World Series of the year my dad was born.
Oh, no kidding.
Before the recent run, obviously.
Yeah. Well, and listen, in your defense, I rarely see you without one of those hats. Maybe not that exact one, so it's not like you're just hey, I grabbed this hat for the show.
I have that one. I don't even wear my own hats. I wear a Giants hat everywhere I
Yeah.
go.
Right on. So, fired up about the High Seas Rally. First time that they're doing anything like this, where it's going to be, builder demonstrations. We're doing a bunch of cool shit. Like, are you gonna race mini bikes with us?
Well, you better believe it.
Right on.
You better hope it's not too late in the day.
Yeah. Well, and I think that specific attitude is why they're not letting us bring them on the ship. We have to do them at port.
Initially, we were going to race them on the deck.
Yep.
And then they were like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea. I'm like, well, helmets can be optional. Life jackets mandatory. It's all good. They didn't buy it.
Real quick.
Well, listen, man. Tell everybody where they can keep up with you, where they can follow along.
The best bet is on Instagram, Rkb Customs Feed, or my personal page on Facebook. It's just under Rick Bray. I don't have a website or anything. It's just Instagram's as good as it gets for me.
Right on. And when you come back from Europe with that big trophy, unless they want us all shaming them again like we did last year. No, seriously though. Still time to get tickets to come on the High Seas Rally with us. And dude, as always, it's awesome anytime we get to spend time with you, even if it's, you know, from a couple thousand miles away. So thank you for taking the time to be here with us tonight and tell everybody what's up.
Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. All right, buddy.
You guys have a good.
You too. You take it easy.
See you, Rick.
Bye, buddy.
He's such a good guy.
I know, right? And that's like with a guy with talent like that. When we say this all the time. Is like, you know, there's guys out there and they'll be listening to me say this and they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There's guys out there that are like, well, how come that guy gets features and how come that guy gets invited to places? How come that guy gets a cover? Because that guy's not a dick.
Yeah, on top.
You know what I mean? Like,
well, that and he shows up.
Yeah, well, that.
You know what I mean? Like you can build the most amazing motorcycles in your shop, but if you don't take them out so people can see them, nobody's ever gonna know about it.
Or you take them out and people want to beat you up when you show up, and that's always a good one.
You know, like he does the work all the way through. He crafts an amazing motorcycle.
His finished
that
product
runs as good as it looks, and he shows up.
Now Nussbaum wants to know, why is a Pittsburgh guy wearing a Helmet Division hat? What's this obsession with hats, Rob?
I'm really not too sure. What's he trying to jump off the Flint Mafia bus? Get on the hat bus? Or two reasons why I'm wearing this hat. Number one, because it's Renee and Roy and just love them to death. And then they do an amazing job. And, you know, I haven't gotten one of your hats yet. So can't wear it on here.
All right, man. So listen, you guys are watching Shop Talk. I
like Poppy because he can. Damn right, Poppy. You tell him.
We go live with Shop Talk every Sunday at 9 p.m. from the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. We got some tech coming up, and then I think we're gonna go into a lot of stuff. We got events tonight. We got more news, so don't go anywhere. We're gonna do some tech. Hang on.
Okay, what I'm doing now is on the Shovelhead engine case that I had to do the machining for the alternator O-ring, I'm going to lap the bottom surface here. This is a lapping plate. This lapping plate is flat within 1/10. So we sprinkle this as a 500 grit silicone carbide, and this is just lapping oil. So just taking this and just keep going in like a figure 8 motion. By doing this will assure that we get this entire surface all the way around, which is because there's no gasket when the engine cases are together. Make sure that this is perfectly flat for a good, perfect seal for a no-leak shovel head. Nice and perfectly flat. And then what I'll do is I'll clean this off and check it, and check any high spots or low spots, and then do it again. So that's what we're doing here, just lapping this case out.
Okay, so officially, I want that table.
I have a question for Rich.
Dude, how badass. Wait, I'm talking to Mark. We're talking about guy stuff.
We're talking
I want to know if Rich can hula hoop.
Oh, boy.
What?
Watching him do that motion, he can hula hoop.
Oh, boy. Well, that changed the whole
there's an
direction.
image I'll never get out of my head.
There's a...
So Rob Nussbaum says, now that's a hat, Petoniak.
I feel like I need a hat now.
Booyah! That's what I was waiting for.
Rob Nussbaum, nice lapping plate. I want that table, dude.
No.
That thing is so badass. I got a leak in the ass Ironhead Sportster that would be awesome with that table.
Yeah, that's very nice. Or, what would even be better is to give him the parts and let him use the lapping table.
See, why you got to ruin shit for me, dude? Why you got to ruin shit for me?
Have you walked through your garage recently?
Look, I'm so depressed now that you just did that I'm not even going to play.
You are absolutely. I'm looking it up right now on Pen Tool. You are absolutely not getting a lapping plate.
Son of a biscuit eater.
Yeah.
Back to the news, Jane. So this is where I would normally play the batshit crazy news, but I don't have the lead in for it. But motorcycle gets stuck in doorway as thieves target Harley-Davidson dealer.
These dealers are being hit across several states, but these thieves in Clarksville got more than they bargained for. Check out these photos from Clarksville now. You can see 5 burglars managed to break in, but one of the bikes got stuck in the doorway and they had to leave it behind. The owner of the shop says they got away with 3 motorcycles total. They rammed one of the bikes repeatedly into the front door in order to break it. Now this comes as 12 Harley-Davidson dealerships have been hit in the last several months here, Appleton being the first in Middle Tennessee. The other dealerships are in Illinois, Indiana, Alabama, and Kentucky. To follow this developing story, head to WKRN.com, where we always have the latest breaking news, guys.
How are you going to follow up on that? Here, you know what's going on right now? Somewhere in the country, there's an Indian guy going, if that was an Indian, it would have made it through the door.
Kiwi, where's Kiwi?
Oh, Jesus. So next up in the news, we got a couple more pieces to get through. We're going to do our best to be a real news service tonight. Indian Motorcycle returns to Wheels and Waves Festival with special apparel collab. For motorcycle enthusiasts, 2021 will be a memorable year. The Wheels and Waves event, which brings together engines and water in a music and style philosophy, will hold its 10th edition this summer. This year not only puts the event back on the calendar, but also marks the 120th anniversary of India. No, not exactly. Motorcycle since its establishment in 1901.
It was a thought that counted.
So what's the apparel collab? Hit us with it, Blondie.
Exactly.
Really? I actually did it more for the 101 anniversary.
The limited edition celebration apparel lineup will only have 200 pieces of each design. Every item will be available with a choice of 4 designs for men and 2 for women. What stands the most out of the collection is the Hedon helmet. Only 50 of these were made, and they were a must-have for any motorcycle fan.
Okay.
There you go. Why is the camera on me?
Because I just wanted you to be on camera while I read that part. I was counting on you to be our Robin Quivers.
Yeah,
I still don't know who Robin Quivers is. So this next piece is my feel-good piece of the night.
This is your feel-good piece?
I feel if it's the one I think you're bringing up. The donation.
Supporter donates motorcycles to begin new unit for Hillsborough Police Department.
Yeah, so I thought this was cool because a doctor donated $60,000 to completely outfit 2 motorcycles for a police department to start their motor officer unit. I thought that was pretty rad.
No, it is. That is totally awesome. And so is Jason Holman saying, seriously, Indian needs to stop talking about 1901.
Well, but your feel good piece is pretty cool. I mean, it is nice to give something to the people that are actually going to help protect the people. So especially in such a shitty time for some of these guys, man. Like somebody just doing something nice and waving a white flag for a minute is awesome.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, absolutely. Like, and I was even talking to the officer that helped us this weekend. He was so nice.
He really was.
And he was just so kind. And I'm like, man, I would not want his job for anything nowadays.
And that's the funny part about the whole thing. Like, one idiot that held down old what's his name by the neck makes everybody think they're all bad. Like 1 out of a million, man. We know so many good local cops and
you're not actually going to say some of my best friends are cops, right? That's like the
But I mean, some of them are. I mean, I got
I know,
cousins.
but you can't say it that way.
I'm
Mark.
allowed. What are they going to do?
That's
Hate
insensitive.
Me? I already hate them.
Like, look at Tom Kiefer. Like, Tom Kiefer. I mean, granted, he's retired, but he's one of the raddest dudes ever.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
he made a motor-powered ice cream
Dude,
machine.
how about that? I wish we had that video. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Who does shit
What
like
about the
that?
other news? What about the other news?
What's the other news?
What other news? We have news?
What did I miss?
Oh, your stupid news.
You want the big news.
Oh, your
The
secret.
big news.
So, your dirty secret. So, we told you guys that the SmokeOut is coming back in September. We didn't tell you where the SmokeOut is coming to. So, this is going to make it official this evening. I'm going to bust it out for you that the SmokeOut.
Where's the drum roll?
I don't have it here. I can just shoot the gun a bunch. SmokeOut September of 2022 is coming back to Salisbury, to the original Rowan County Fairgrounds location. Heather and I went down with Edge the other day and we signed the deal for the property, and it's a done deal in September. I'm not going to tell you the date yet. We're going to wait. Or should we? Should we say the date?
At this point, does it really matter?
No, we'll wait. We'll wait. But that's it.
Like, there's
big news.
The property is phenomenal. If you haven't been to SmokeOut, or even because it was a long time, it was 13 years since they've been there.
Do you have to put age on shit? Do you have to do that? Haven't I dealt with enough old guy comments this last 2 weeks?
But no, Frank Bullock, it's not going to be at Rockingham. It's going to go back to the original Salisbury. But it's so great. They've got 2 beautiful buildings for us to use. We're going to have camping on site and all sorts of shenanigans.
Hey,
but that's all we can tell you.
Listen, not hating on Rockingham. The truth is, like, things changed with the ownership of the racetrack, and we're moving on. So, taking it back to the original spot, and gonna make it the same old chopper party that it's always been. So
excited.
Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned for more information on that. Some other big news. A very, very good friend of the program and of the whole motorcycle industry is Kyle from Paco. And you guys may or may not know this, but Kyle's been going through some hard times, and we're going to go to Mondo real quick for some news on a benefit coming up for that.
Hi everybody, I'm Mondo from Denver Choppers. And a quick reminder, I just want to let you guys know that June 12th, which is a Saturday, at Battleborn Harley-Davidson, Carson City, Nevada, we're going to be doing a benefit for Kyle Brewer, a fabulous frame builder from Paco. Fell on some hard times medically, and we want to do something about that. So we're going to raffle off a rolling chassis, parts. You can go to GoFundMe for Kyle Brewer and link onto that, send some money. So whatever you can do to help out, either attend and bring parts, we'll raffle them off. All the money will go to Kyle. So support one of our guys. He needs some help, and let's open our hearts and our pocketbooks. Thank you.
So there's the GoFundMe. If you can't make it out to the event, if you can, I'm told there's going to be a ton of stuff there that they're raffling off. And again, you know, we've said this before on the show, but we send our prayers out to Kyle.
So for those of you who don't know Kyle, Kyle is the frame builder at Paco. Mm-hmm. If you've gotten a frame from Kyle in what is it, the last 20 years, Chris?
Yeah,
he's been there a long time.
Yeah,
Kyle is the one that built it.
Yep.
You know, and he's a very humble, very kind, you know, great all around guy, and he's having a hard time. So
yeah, and
plus we need him to get back to work at Paco so we can get the frames out. Just saying.
Nice, Heather. Real nice.
Hey.
So another benefit that's going on, and we brought you guys this news again last week, but the raffle bike for the Golden Chopper that was part of Charlie Brechtel's last movie was supposed to go off as a scavenger hunt that, you know, moviegoers would get clues throughout the movie. Unfortunately, Charlie was taken from all of us before the completion of that. The people involved, which do include some of the guys from Paco and Mondo, have decided that instead they're going to raffle it off. $20 a ticket, 6 for $100, and all the proceeds, as soon as you buy a ticket from this, It goes straight to the Sturgis Museum and Hall of Fame, and that all happens in Charlie's name. So you can either scan the screen right now for that QR code, or Heather's putting the link up in the comment box. Go out and grab some tickets for this. Let's help immortalize one of our brothers.
Amen. And it's a bitchin' pan.
I was gonna say, and you get for $20 or what, $100, 6 for $100, you get a chance to win a really nice bike.
Yeah, buddy.
Why wouldn't you do
Yeah,
that?
it's a 61 panhead, and like SNS was in on it.
Yep.
Kyle was in on it. Mondo was in on it. Like,
And
a lot of good
Dennis,
people helped with this.
Charlie's friend forever, Dennis, who like backed Charlie in everything he did, and even in this, you know, Dennis came to us and was like, "Hey, can you help get this thing together?" It was our pleasure to do so. So go support that thing, man. Check them out. We have a mad list of events for you guys. We're going to get to that in just 2 seconds here. We are going to run the last couple commercials that we have. So 2 seconds, we'll be back. We'll do the events and wrap this thing up for tonight. Stick around.
Everything we do at the track shapes what we build for the street and the dirt.
You can see how bad these guys want it. A race to the line.
For us, racing is not for the trophies or the glory. We compete because it makes everything we do faster, more durable, and tested to a higher standard. For SNS, racing is the ultimate in proven performance, and we've been proving it since 1958.
Hey, what's happening? It's Xavier with Providence Cycle Works, and you're watching Shop Talk.
Hey man, this is Chris with Cycle Source Magazine's Grease and Gears TV with a product spotlight. This week's product spotlight is on the Daytona International Steering Dampner Kit. Let's get this out of the case. Okay, so not a whole lot to talk about here. These things are hydraulic steering dampeners. They're 7-position and fully adjustable. Allows movement from stop to stop. You know, with all of the performance motorcycles being built today, and even on choppers, all the way back to Indy Larry himself used to put these on motorcycles because it slows down the wobble that you might get. You know, so if you're at speed and you have a little bit of speed wobble, dampener like this can take that out. This is a really nice one, nice piece of equipment. You can see here it comes with all the mounting hardware that you need. You can get this at DennisKirk.com. The part number is DS221909. Comes in right at $239.95. You can tell them the people at Grease and Gears Garage sent you. Till next week, this is Chris. Get out in the shop and do something.
My name is Ray Yanis. I'm from Ormond Beach, Florida. Got into motorcycling, at a very early age, like every young guy does with mini bikes, go-karts, that kind of stuff. I got a frame for a mini bike. I strapped that thing. It had no brakes. All my shoes had holes. And I grew up with Warren and Billy Lane. When I moved from New Jersey, I moved to Miami. Billy's a little bit younger than Warren and I. They've been cool since day one, man. I can't lie. My parents, they came from Cuba. My dad moved to New York City in 1959, right when Castro took over. I joined the Navy 1986, and my chief had a Harley-Davidson there, and he had an old FLH, and he would ride this thing in his uniform every day. Had a 67 Sportster with a Magneto. Don't recommend it. My first Harley was 1989. I've never been without a Harley since. I retired Miami, I was in law enforcement there for 23 years. Now this is what I enjoy. It's kind of like a Ripley's Believe It or Not, like everything's shrunk down. Small lathe, small drill press. When it's cold as hell out here, and it's, you get condensation and stuff. I don't have much wall space, but I have a little bit of everything that's important to me. After a long day, come in here and this is my happy place. I'm grateful. I thank God every day. You don't have to be the best fabricator. You don't have to be the best designer. You don't have to be the best mechanic. You don't have to be the best welder. You don't have to be the best anything. Just make sure that what you do, that you're going to be proud of it when you're done, that you don't take shortcuts, and that it's done the right way. I'm Ray Yanis from Ormond Beach, Florida, and I'm a Dennis Kirk garage builder.
Hey, what's happening? It's Xavier with Providence Cycle Works, and you're watching Shop Talk.
All right, man. Thanks to all our advertisers who help us keep this show on the air and the electric on in the office. And a special shout out to the people from Chopper Town. I didn't get to say that at the beginning of the show like I normally do. Chopper Town's doing a lot of great stuff over there. Shows like this, full-length shows, Tool Entertainment. Go check them out at the Chopper Town Facebook page.
Do you need more coffee, honey?
I do need more coffee. I went back on a pretty serious diet today, and I'm feeling a little weak.
What? One less cup of coffee?
No.
Did I miss something here?
No, I'm actually walking now. You know, that's the final insult when you start getting old. You have to force yourself to walk.
Did you buy a pair of Skechers?
No, but I am a little sketchy. So, all right, man, coming to you live from the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. This is Shop Talk, and we have finally, again, some events in the news. Oh, my God, it seems like it's been forever. We told you the SmokeOut news, right?
Woohoo!
I could say it one more time. SmokeOut returns to Salisbury.
September 2022.
We're gonna have
that whole 21-22 thing is gonna confuse me.
We're gonna have the date out this week. This is for our Ride-In Custom Bike Show coming up Sunday, August 8th in Sturgis. Also in Sturgis, the FXR and Dyna Performance Bagger Show. 28th and 29th.
That's not in Sturgis. That's in Oak Canyon Ranch.
I'm reading the wrong flyer. I'm sorry.
That's at the end of August.
Also in Sturgis, Gettysburg Bike Week.
Must be that pesky
Dude,
walking.
I'm telling you, I'm feeling weak. No, Gettysburg's coming up quick, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's July 8th through 11th in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. There's going to be a Cycle Source bike show and mini bike drag races and mini bike flat track.
Tons and tons of great stuff happens at the Gettysburg.
Gettysburg's cool. It's a great place to go visit if you've never been there.
The Grundle Run, September 7th. It's either the 37th to the 19th or the 17th to the 19th in Ranger, Georgia. The Hoedown.
We actually just put Grundle Run 4 in this issue of the magazine.
Hoedown Roll Down, May 22nd, 2021. Camping Game of Skate. What is Game of Skate?
I don't know, but I'm going to see it.
Laconia. My goodness. Laconia is inching towards 100. They might actually make it. June 12th through the 20th. Charlie hates me so much.
It's good. That's good, though.
The Green Swamp. Invasion of the Green Swamp. I want to go to this just to see what the hell that means. Run to the Ranch. Invasion of the Green Swamp. Help me out here, Heather. It's June 18th to the 20th.
And Leland, North Carolina. Just a chopper show. Chopper party.
Run to the Line. Our Ride in Sturgis. This is, what did we say what the anniversary is this year? 15. This is 15 years, Mark, that we've been doing events in Sturgis. Can you handle that?
Yeah. You know, you are getting old, come to think of it.
Me? Look at that beard.
Yeah, but that beard's been there for a long time. You're getting old. I don't have to walk every day. You do.
See? You had to go there. Splitting
There's
Lanes.
Like a million other events going on. Oh.
Splitting Lanes hits the road. So tell everybody about this one.
So this one is Splitting Lanes, Dodge and Gutters that was always held, it eludes me, at a bowling alley. And they are taking it on the road to Long Tall Shorties, which is a relatively new joint in Jersey that looks like just such a cool place to hang out. It reminds me, Chris, of the place near Xavier.
The place near Xavier.
That we were looking at to do an event.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. But it's just super cool hang. Good chopper show, good people.
Right on.
Jason Hallman's like throwing all these events up in the comments.
Pierwoods Paint Show at the Iron Horse on Wednesday. Rob Nussbaum.
Between Visionary Show.
I know.
Wednesday.
Listen, this is how out of practice we are about events that we didn't even have our shit together. We had like 30 events up here and still had more on the table. So we promise you that every week now that the events are rolling again, we're going to get back to it. This is obviously for Vintage Motorcycle Day, Monday, August 9th at the Iron Horse. This is a really good time because it's just a, AMCA card. If you have an AMCA card, come in. There's lunch for you. Park your bike inside the Iron Horse and have a good day at the horse. The Black Hills Boogie, and Black Hills Boogie, 70s Chopper Show, and what else goes on then, Heather? Did we lose Heather? We lost Heather. It's also our Pimp and Hoe party,
which is crazy, crazy fun. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Tons of stuff going on. We hope to see all of you guys out on the road. A little bit of trouble in the studio.
Shit's going down.
Just like, if we had one perfect show, I'd shoot myself in the face.
The Pimp and Hoe show. If you're in Sturgis, dude, bring some 70s, bring some disco stuff.
Yep.
Come on out. It's so cool.
Last year when Aaron showed up, I was like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me!"
Everybody, just the whole thing was so much fun. It was so just comfortable and loose, and everybody just had a blast. So,
and we gave awards away for Best Dressed Pimp and Best Dressed Hoe. So there you go.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
All right, man. That means the clock on the wall is striking time to split. We appreciate you guys being with us tonight and helping us through another one of these. Until next week, be nice to your motorcycle. Go do something with it. Leave your troubles behind, and we'll bring you another 90 to 120 minutes, all the bullshit we can fit. Same chopper time.
I guess same chopper channel, Felicia. I don't know how do we end that. We're missing here.
We're missing part of it.
Same chopper Felicia channel?
Wait.
I don't know.
I'll say the same chopper time part. Same chopper time.
Son of a biscuit eater.
Bye, Felicia.
You're literally killing me.